Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michelle here with my special guest, Christy. Thank you
Good.
guys so much for showing up to our last video. So Christy and I are former Louis Vuitton client advisors. So if you're here, you probably already know that. If you don't, welcome. Hi Christy, thanks for joining.
Hi. Thanks for having me again.
So today we're going to discuss our top 5 favorite bags, but I think also from a client advisor perspective, the bags that we saw would be worth your money. I say
Yeah.
that in quotes because after leaving there, I don't want to spend any money there.
Oh,
But I understand there are people who still aspire to Louis Vuitton. So with that disclaimer, I'm going to put out some disclaimers. Some people get really heated. And I used to work for Vuitton. This is our opinion. If we don't list a bag that you happen to like, don't take it personal. You can still like your bag. It's just our advice, our experience, our advice from experience. And our opinion, everyone can have their opinion. Now, since we both worked for Vuitton, we do not have any loyalty to this former employer. Just like if you work for a bank, an accountant, a school, a sports team, do you have loyalty to your employer when you leave? As somebody called us bitter, but why would we have loyalty to like a brand? And also, like having worked there at Vuitton that has the same stores in the mall, Coach, Kate Spade, there's actually no difference from Vuitton to Coach to Kate Spade. I mean, there might be a difference in, I, I don't even know if there's a difference in quality at this point.
and I've
But
worked for
it's like,
Coach too.
would you be loyal to Macy's? Would you be loyal to J.C. Penney? Just a funny thing. Okay, but carry on. So it's okay. It's also okay to want a Vuitton bag. We're here to dispel some myths, perhaps about why you would want a bag or the reasons you'd want a bag. We have both seen it where people go crazy over a bag on social media, even though it's a bag with known problems for us
Hmm.
from a
Yeah.
salesperson perspective. So really that's what we're here to share.
Right.
So our number one, we have the same number one on the list, and that is the Speedy. Now the
Absolutely.
Speedy, I'm going to show off my vintage Speedy here.
Yeah, me
Tried and
too.
true. You have the Mama, so cute.
Yeah, it probably needs to be stuffed or something, but yeah, this is 2012 Marc Jacobs Kusama Speedy. Is yours a 30?
This is a 30, yeah.
30 is the best size, I think.
And this is what I would call the classic Vuitton. It is the iconic Vuitton handbag shape. Every
Mm-hmm.
other brand has copied it.
Right.
When you see a Speedy, like I just see a classic bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, also let me add, not to look at anyone and say, oh, she's just carrying a Speedy. She's carrying one of the cheap Vuittons, blah, 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 whatever. It
No.
doesn't matter. The Speedy, it's just tried and true. And it's also very simple.
And light.
Light.
This bag, the 30, you can also use because obviously the key ball was made in the way of the Speedy. I've used this as an overnight bag. It holds a like an outfit and a pair of shoes and your regularly scheduled programming things. This bag holds everything. It's just and it has a zipper and it's just functioning and it's cute and it's classic. Like it will never go and you can hand it down. It's heritage. I think it's a great bag. In any size and in any pattern, whatever, I think it's a great bag. And it fits everything no matter what size you have.
And I would say, like, if you aspire to have any Vuitton bag at all, it would be the Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that even having one and I don't really use it, if I were to have something from the brand, it's kind of like how from Chanel I would want a classic flap
Yeah.
because this Vuitton and is timeless as compared to some of the trendier bags that you
Mm-hmm.
might go for that would also cost you more money. So also in here, the lack of bells and whistles, like there's no extra zippers, no extra pockets that are going to like be a problem or add weight.
And I don't, and on that note, I did not really see the Speedy come to the spa unless people were wanting to get new vachetta, all new leather parts or something like that, or they lost their lock. But people never came in to repair the Speedy for reasons of this bag was not constructed or made well. That was a bag I really didn't see people come in for repairs. So that's another reason I chose it.
And I would say also because of the shape, not
Mhm.
only does it say Vuitton, but it's timeless.
Mhm.
meaning like the silhouette can fit with really any era of clothing.
Hmm.
And you can wear it for years and years. So that's what I think of when I think of Vuitton, whereas now it seems fashion is so fast fashion now.
Hmm.
But something like the Speedy, which fits in Vuitton's classic shapes collection, classic styles, it will be timeless. So something
Absolutely.
you can pass on to.
Absolutely. I agree.
Awesome. So number two, you can go ahead and start with number two, Alma.
I chose, and I think I said Alma BB. I love the Alma shape. I think it's a great shape. Alma BB is great because you can crossbody it and you can get it in any pattern you want. It comes in damier ebene. It comes in monogram. The BB also comes in epi leather, and the epi leather you can either get like the classic strap or a utility strap, however you want to go. But they do the Alma BB and a lot of seasonal collaborations, like the latest cherry blossom. They did it in that, but the Alma BB is nice because you can dress it up, dress it down, and that is the second bag that Louis Vuitton made, and it was the only bag Coco Chanel would carry that was not her own. So Miss Coco even put her seal of approval on it, and I am also putting my seal of approval on the Alma.
Very good. So a little bit of history. The Speedy was actually requested by Audrey Hepburn because she wanted a handbag to go with her luggage. Because obviously it looks like luggage. It's just a
Looks like a
handbag.
cape all. She good.
And then
She
the
good.
Alma was designed by Coco Chanel
Hmm.
and kept in the line. That is another reason I think why we pick these bags, because they have that Vuitton history to them.
Absolutely.
So I have a Alma. I have a
I have a Verni Alma too. Mine's in the closet. I have it in Amarante. That one is the reissue. Is it not the reissue one that they
yes,
did?
Alma. Wink, wink.
Yeah, because it has the clip on it, the little hair clip.
Oh yes, it has a little hair clip. So
And they did the read as well. And anything Verni, I love. Anything that was Marc Jacobs time, I chef's kiss. 10 out of 10.
same. So I actually find that I don't use this bag.
Yeah.
My number two on the list, I have an Alma, but I prefer the Alma PM, which is
I
hard
do
to
love
find.
it.
They don't really have that in the boutique anymore. It's very hard to find.
It
Do they?
is, and they only do it in monogram and damier a bin because it the BB is the best seller
Mhm.
because everyone wants a small bag and everyone wants a crossbody. So the PM does not come with a strap, but it does have the D rings, so it can be added on there. But I feel like carrying a strap with the Alma PM almost loses its character, in my opinion. I mean, I
Yes,
would
because
add
it's
it. It's a crook of the arm bag.
kind of gets in the way. And
Hmm.
also with a PM, I wouldn't put a shoulder strap on it. And if you find a PM, I would prefer that Alma in epi leather. So the first time I saw the bag was actually a coworker brought it in and she was carrying an Alma PM and beautiful black epi leather, holds its structure much better than the canvas version.
Yeah.
And then again, while I was working at Vuitton, my friend carried in her Alma PM that was, I don't know the name of the color, it was a rich brown, and she bought it at Goodwill for $100. But that
Some
bag looked
people.
so good.
I don't understand how people are luck out, and I see it on online all the time how they go like Goodwill shopping to Goodwill will in a very nice part of town, and the person who works there has no idea what they have, and they just put a price on it, and they're like, and someone who does have the knowledge ends up with getting a Vuitton that less than the cost of tap.
But yeah, some people get lucky. But I have seen also PMs in canvas, and they definitely don't hold up as well as the epi. Oh, and then also my reason for the PM is I don't fit much in this little baggie. Kind of
Yeah,
the clamshell of it makes it a little difficult. So in that case, like I would prefer a
the
bigger
PM.
version.
I have
But
the
anyways,
Gina, and she fits a lot, and they don't make her anymore.
oh yeah.
This is I want to say I got it in mm, 2011, 2012. So it is, but it's an Amarante, which is probably the only thing I have that would be considered a black bag. Because it's like a black cherry color and it's really pretty. I get compliments every time I carry it. It's more of a fall bag, but I think it's pretty. It's
Oh
amazing,
yeah.
almost great.
It's probably gorgeous.
Hmm.
So we both agree on Alma for the shape.
Yeah.
For number three, we have different bags. Go ahead with yours.
I chose Multi-Pochette SSOI, in leather. Multi-Pochette SSOI in leather was a bag that, and I'm trying to choose bags that are current. So if one of our listeners wants to go and inspect and investigate, they can go and purchase it. We're not sharing anything that's not current. But I don't have a multi-pochette in leather. I have an OG pochette SSOI. But you're basically getting a pochette SSOI and a mini pochette accessoire or pochette accessories. And it comes with a leather strap that's adjustable, and it comes with a chain that kind of looks like a Chanel chain. And that bag can be worn probably about 7 to 9 different ways. So I feel like you're getting your money's worth. You can wear it together. You can wear it separate. You can wear it as a crossbody, a shoulder bag. You can interchange the straps, and you can also, depending on your body type, you can wear it as a belt bag. And I think that's amazing. I think it's a great way. And the leather ones are sophisticated. You can dress it up or down. Serves for any occasion. The small one, you might be able to sneak it into like if you're trying to go to a concert or a sporting event, you might be able to wear that. So I think it's a good all around bag, and it zips. And everybody if you're investing in a piece, if you see that you can wear it multiple ways, it's amazing.
Awesome. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but did you say leather?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
has to be the leather because the canvas multi-pochette accessoire does not have as many options, and it has a utility strap and the little circle deal, which adds
The
$1,000 to the bag.
Frenches.
Yeah, and then the little chain it can only snap on the smaller one. And it can't snap on the bigger one. So it has to be the leather one because the leather one is going to be more multifunctional.
I also feel like the leather will give you more options. It definitely looks dressier if you're going out.
Absolutely.
A lot of people think their canvas looks good when in like going out. And sometimes it does. Most of the time, I'm not a fan. So the leather is going to give you more options.
Exactly. And I tell people when I worked there, I'm like, canvas to me is a casual, great daily bag, casual, good. But if you're doing it for date night and like something nice or something more formal, I would go with leather because leather just looks dressier, in my opinion.
So my next on the list is the Petite Noe. Our last video, we talked about the Neo Noe, and in a video I made a few years ago, the Neo Noe was on my list. When I worked there, the Petite Noe was not in production, so it looks like they brought it back. Now I
So
picked the Noe on there's also a Big Noe, which, you can do as well, because my reasoning for this is the classic Vuitton shape.
it is
Um,
classic and has history, just like our first 2 picks.
So it's the one that looks like a pouch, like a bag, and it was actually made to hold 5 champagne bottles, 4 and 1 upside down. So
Mhm.
that's where the shape of the Noe comes from. And since I love fashion history, it's another bag that says Vuitton.
Yeah. And Junie and Burke, they try to do the bucket bag. It's a bucket
Oh yeah,
bag.
the bucket bag.
Or they called it the Neo Noe or the Noe, but it's a bucket bag. But it is a classic silhouette. But Vuitton really was a catalyst for it because they were always thinking ahead of being innovative.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's, another thing that I look at just for like the heritage of it. If you are going to have a bag for a long time, I think from Christy's perspective, she brings a good functional, uh, like a perspective. And when I look at my bags, I'm like, well, maybe they're not as functional as every day. Some of them are, but I'm looking at it as if this is a bag you're going to have forever and pass on.
Yeah. Not all my bags are functional, but I'm also not a
Right.
mom, so I'm not trying to always be functional. Some of them are just because I like the color. She was cute,
Yes.
and I got it on my VAP when I worked there, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good deal." And one of the bags I have, I think I've worn twice, and I'm like, "Oops, thought I'd wear it more, but I have it.
I
That's
have
good."
plenty of non-functional bags. But if you're gonna spend money, like, for the person who is saving up and you might be swayed by social media to get a bag that is not really for you. So there's other things I think about, like, does it fit your body? If you're petite, a Speedy 35 might not work out. If you wear crossbodies, you might want a Speedy 20. Stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so next, talk about the carryall. You do the carryall, I'll do the Neverfull.
CARRYALL PM is my next pick. in leather because the canvas one has a tie. Now, if you look online, a lot of clients made this mistake. They'd look online, oh, I want the bag with a bow. I'm like, bag with a bow? Oh, I don't know how Louis was able to get that bag to look like a perfect bow in its photos. She is catfishing you guys because she does not tie that way. And
Mm-mm.
I don't know anybody who worked there who was able to get her to tie that way. She does not. But the leather one zips depending on your body type and your height and everything. You can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a hobo. She zips up. She also has a little friend inside of her. So a lot of bags now. So for the longest time, the Neverfull was the only bag that had a pochette inside of it. It was the only way you could get one. As time went on, a lot of clients liked the concept of pochette. So a lot more bags are being made with pochettes now. So the carryall does come with a pochette. I call it a friend, but whatever, you can take it out and use it to go out, run errands, dinner. You just have to be ever so careful with it because those pochettes, a lot of times the little leather thing, they're not made to be worn every day and it can pop. But it does come a little friend, and I think it's a great daily bag, functional, nice looking, and it doesn't look trendy to me. It just looks classic and clean.
Yes, I agree with you there. I agree with like classic and clean, not too many bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
And that will actually get more bang for your buck because some people like kind of like cars, like they think the more that has, the more it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the long run, like every little thing is something you have to maintain. So
Mm-hmm.
it's actually the simple bags like the Speedy. The next on my list is Neverfull, that they don't have like clasps that can break
Mm-hmm.
or things that can snag. So next on my list is actually the Neverfull. So I did not have the experience selling the carryall. It came out in the past couple years, right?
Oh, it is a newer piece. It is a newer silhouette. It came out while I started. I think it's been out maybe a year and some change. It has not been out that long, but
Yeah.
I can see it withstanding the test of time. Even if it's something they discontinue, the silhouette is just it's very nice.
So mine is the Neverfull. Now, disclaimer, I would have bought the Neverfull at its opening price or around $1,000. Now with that bag being $2,000 for a tote bag, I think it's kind of ridiculous. You can most likely find something in another brand.
Oh yeah, it went up a bit, but
Yeah.
it's still a bag. I mean, and I don't see it going anywhere since its inception in July of 2007, and it first came out in monogram, then Dami Ben, and then your girl Dami Azor followed. But ever since its inception of that bag in 2007, that bag I think is one of the top SKUs for Louis Vuitton, especially the one I worked at because I worked in the suburbs. A lot of women loved getting it. Not only as like a daily bag, a bag for, when they pick the kids up and toted their water bottles, but it's a great travel bag. It's a great mom bag. It does the MM holds up to 200 pounds and the GM holds up to 500 pounds. And even though the straps are thin, they did test the weight when they did create the piece.
I use it for everything, like
Yeah.
everything you just said. I put my computer, I put my yoga clothes, I use it to travel. I have a video
Okay.
about my organization here.
Insert key.
Everything. Also, when I worked there, like this was the most commonly bag sold. We sold it every day. People would come in straight for the Neverfull. Men would come in. I need to buy my wife a Neverfull. People who are buying their first bags, a lot of teachers who were using their summer bonus, like I want a Neverfull. So it is tried and true. It is the bag everyone loves. And I don't like when people call it basic or boring just because it's, it might not be a trendy bag, but it's definitely, like for me, been great utility. Even though the straps are thin, like this would be hard to wear over, say, a puffer jacket. You can't wear it all the time. But it has been working out great for me.
Yeah.
And usually I'll put a little bag in it so that, it's I have a little story. I've been to Vegas where I see women carrying their whole Neverfulls at like Mastros because they
Oh, yeah.
forget, just put a little bag in there. It does not have to be your everything.
Could be
Any
that
Louis
little
Vuitton, it
bag.
doesn't
Could
have
be
to be
like
your
this
everything.
bag. My bag matches your bag.
By the way, I love the Dame Azur.
Great print.
I didn't think I would, but it's really like it's Azur. It's supposed to be blue, but it's really more of a gray. It's like a gray cream. It's so
Right.
neutral
It
that
is. The ocean meets the sand is Marc Jacobs. That he's his take on the Damier, the original print. Again, Marc Jacobs was everything.
But for me, this works better than the monogram, but that's just me. Like, I like my
Credit,
bags to be light and bright. Okay, so last on the list,
but not
right on
least,
this one, the twist.
twist is amazing. And it's this. I have an example of an epi leather bag. She's not a twist. I never got a twist. This is the Marlini. They still make Marlini, not this color though. Sorry guys. But this is the epi leather. This leather is the first leather Louis Vuitton ever did. And then they start making more leather, like as of probably like late 2010s.
Yeah.
So 20s. But this is the first leather they did. If you're going to do, and they don't make as much epi as they once did, I want to say like 2007, 8, they really did a bunch of colorful epi Almas and epi Speedies, even epi Keep Alls. They were on a epi run for a hot minute there. Can't find as much epi, but the twist, every twist, unless you do a soft twist, is all epi. But this leather is just chef's kiss. Twist is pretty. Has that little twist turn lock. Oh, you got one.
Turn.
You got the tortoise one. I love that one.
So this opens, this locks, so you have the LV.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of the designs by Nicolas Ghesquière. She has a little mirror in here too. So I love the epi. It is not a huge seller, but also I think because like people like softer bags and this is not, this is hard. Like
It
this is
also
not a,
now, I don't know how much it was when you worked there. It is about 5 on average. And so not everybody wants to spend 5.
yeah, that's way too much. Like I don't think it was that. This was 3,500 when I worked there, which is still a lot. And
Yeah, back in the time when you worked there, yes, that was. And I will say, I have no, it was 47 to 5, depending on the strap detailing and the
yeah,
detailing of the piece. But I don't know what it is now. I mean, I haven't only been there like 3 or 4 months. But what I will say is that they have had a price increase,
mhm,
according to someone I spoke with the other day. About everything went up, but it has to do with the detailing. It has been out since 2014. That's when the twist came out. Nicolas Ghesquière, like Michelle said, the Capucine and the twist was his first bags that he introduced to Vuitton when he came on to the brand from Balenciaga, and it still is a good seller. It's not everyone loves it, but look at it. It's gorgeous. It comes in different colors and the leather is just amazing. And it's a bag to have in your collection because I like it because not everyone out there has it. To be honest, it's not a bag everyone has, and it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous piece, and I like the mirror. I like the chain detailing. I think it's pretty. It's a great bag, and the leather is just everything.
so I think one of the reasons, actually several reasons why people don't buy this bag, it's not an everyday bag.
Yeah,
It's
son.
definitely dressier, but it is a head turner. So this one, you can carry it by the chain, and this one expands, so it's versatile. But I will say, like some of the objections, like if I were a customer, the price of this bag, this was made to be the flat bag, one of the It Girl bags.
Oh
So
yeah,
it makes me as a customer think, well, why wouldn't I just go get a Chanel?
that we got that a lot from that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but now the Chanel's are like 11 to 12K.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up it's up to you, girl, if you want to shell out the extra 6 grand for a caviar or lambskin bag thing. But I mean, I think the leather on the epi, the Vuitton is just, I think it's worth it. Worth the the spend.
Yeah, I think right now I wouldn't suggest anyone go buy it, but for whatever reason, Epi leather does not have a huge resale value, and you can buy these. Your camera, there you are. Okay, and so you can buy these pre-loved for way below retail,
Yeah,
and those Epi leather bags in resale still look just as good as brand new, and you can shine it up.
right.
So that's definitely a benefit of having an Epi leather bag.
You will be able to wear it. Like, I've never seen an epi bag that just looks bad. They always look good. They always wear well, but To your point, the canvas bags hold higher resale value, especially if it's a limited edition, a collab. They are going to be the higher. So if you see a Steven Sprouse one, or if you see a Murakami one, those are the ones people really like. I'm surprised Louis Vuitton hasn't jumped on the Steven Sprouse bandwagon. I mean, that's probably next. Listen, you heard
It's
it here.
me.
I don't know because I don't have access to Product Lifeline anymore. What I'll say is Epi, for some reason, doesn't have a high resale. So you could probably go and find a twist. Well, now
Yeah.
that they have 5, you could probably find one for maybe 12. Fashion File is a
Yeah.
reputable source. So I'd say if that's a bag you like, jump on the resale.
And I would only do it in Epi because I've seen they've done it in Tarlon, the same material as the
They have.
Capucines.
They have, yeah.
Was there ever one in canvas, like a summer trunk? Or
No, they did a soft twist, which was more of a lamb
oh,
leather.
right. That's
Yeah.
with the scrunchie. I didn't like that. Or
Oh,
the top handles.
yeah.
I didn't like any of those. But I think from my perspective, like it is very expensive. But I pick this bag for like out of the bags I use, it definitely is a piece that it adds to my outfit.
Oh, definitely. Like you could put it on with what you have on right now, walk out the door, and you are set. That's all you have to do. Look at you.
Now I
Look
gotta
at you.
show it off with my Target outfit. It's
But listen, Vuitton and Target, you could just throw it on, and your necklace looks like that necklace from Tiffany.
mhm, the
That
hardware.
necklace they did, that hardware. It looks just like it, and it's is a whole look.
She's
Michelle
on
just
a
talked about that,
budget.
and she looks like $1 million with that twist bag on. I'm telling you.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so that is my top 5 and Christy's top 5. Let us know in the comments if you have a top 5 part.
Yeah, if there's a bag that you have that didn't make the cut, it doesn't mean that your bag is not worthy. It just is from 2 former advisors and our opinion. We just had to pick, we could only pick 5. And so we could pick 10, we would, but we're just trying to make it short and sweet.
Yes. So this is like our opinion. Christy, thank you for joining because I haven't been
Yeah.
there in a while, but I still go. I think with the way I shop, I still just go for classics
Mm,
that I know are going to last. If you notice, like the shapes of my bags are like pretty simple.
yeah.
And Christy's brought a great like functional perspective and also what she sees people coming to buy and bringing back, which is super important.
That is a big part of it because my picks are also based on, just like the top 5 I wouldn't, the top 5 I would are all based on what clients are saying and what came back for repairs into the spa. So I would want clients to go and purchase something that they're going to be like, okay, this bag is working. They're not having issues with.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and you will see us again soon.
Yes, you will.
Bye.